Mounting concerns the U.S. will soon attack Iran to pressure the country into agreeing to a new nuclear deal. President Trump on Friday warned limited strikes are possible over the next 2 weeks, despite Iran's top diplomat saying Tehran expects to have a proposed deal ready in the next few days, adding Trump also dropped one of his key demands.
We have not offered any suspension, and the U.S. side has not asked for zero enrichment. What we are now talking about is how to make sure that Iran's nuclear program, including enrichment, is peaceful and would remain peaceful forever. And in return, Iran, does some confidence-building measures to ensure that its program would remain peaceful.
Joining me now is Florida Congresswoman and former DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She is a member of the House Appropriations Committee and a good friend to us. So welcome back, Congresswoman. Trump is threatening strikes and preparing the largest military buildup in the Middle East in over 2 decades. But now you have Iran's foreign minister saying the U.S. did not ask Tehran to stop enriching uranium. What do you make of this? And are you concerned limited strikes could turn into an undeclared war?
Alex, thanks for having me on. And let me just be clear. When the president attacked Iran's nuclear facilities, that was something that I thought was necessary and absolutely essential for us to make sure that we could put their nuclear ambition, their nuclear intentions out of reach militarily. After that, we have seen an extremely weakened Iran, particularly because of Israel's actions. And I mean, if the president believes that there is an imminent threat from Iran, what he must do, if he's going to engage in the kind of significant military action that he appears to be building up to, he must consult with Congress. And in previous buildups like this, George W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, there have been efforts made by the president to make the case to the American people, to make the case to Congress. We have not seen anything about an imminent threat that would necessitate a significant strike like this, to say nothing of the fact that I absolutely join the Iranian people when they want the Ayatollah gone. But we have to make sure that there's a plan in place and reasons why this is necessary right now in order to ensure we'd be successful. Iran is not Venezuela. Iran has many more military assets available to them, to say nothing of, even though they're weakened, they're proxy organizations, terrorist organizations. So to think that this would be a walk in the park, the president is really not thinking this through carefully and needs to consult with Congress.
So Trump has not clearly explained to Congress or the country, to your point, why he's risking a war with Iran or how military force accomplishes his goals. Is it regime change, destroying, again, apparently, Iran's ability to make a nuclear weapon? Is it something else? Does Congress have the authority to stop a war from happening?
Well, the key thing here is what you just played the foreign minister saying. It is unfathomable to me that in any negotiations that are taking place right now with Iran would allow them to continue enriching uranium. That was the reason that Donald Trump at the time said he opposed the Iran deal that was negotiated by President Obama. I mean, if he's not going to at least secure that essential requirement, then how is it different than what he opposed before? And what the Iranian foreign minister just described sounds like what was very similar to the Iran deal, the JCPOA that was negotiated in 2015. So negotiations are important. I want to see them be successful, but I also want to make sure that we keep our allies in the region safe, and that if we engage in any military activity, it addresses an imminent threat and and is successful. You're not going to just be able to put Iran out of business by bombing. That's very clear. That it would require, from everything I understand, troops and boots on the ground. That would result in tremendous casualties. That necessitates a discussion with the American people and with Congress.
Let's move to the DHS shutdown where talks remain stalled. Democrats are demanding some just basic law enforcement conditions to fund DHS. You want no masked agents, judicial warrants, higher training standards, and some real oversight. Will Democrats refuse to fund DHS until there are enforceable guardrails on federal immigration officers?
This is Republicans refusing to agree to fund DHS because they won't agree to reasonable restrictions on ICE. I mean, anyone watching this should raise their hand if they are okay with law enforcement being able to bash down anyone's door with no judicial warrant, with no probable cause. That is not, we bar that as a constitutional principle in this country without a judicial warrant. We've seen now 6 people who were killed by ICE, dating back to last year, because there are more deaths that have been revealed. You have ICE that is roving streets, indiscriminately stopping, detaining people simply because of their skin color or their accent or that they speak Spanish, and you have them detaining people and even bringing them in for deportation when only 14% by DHS's numbers, Alex, have actually been had a criminal record. This feels like massive distraction from the fact that life is too expensive for Americans in this country. Trump has not only not done anything about it, but now he's fighting to keep tariffs in place that make life more expensive. The president is out of control, ICE is out of control, and Congress needs to step in and make sure that we can use our authority as a co-equal branch of government to rein him in. And the Republicans need to join us.
You are back at work next week on Capitol Hill. Thank you so much. We'll see what comes of all that. Appreciate you.